Hola mis amores, hello lovelies, welcome back to my channel. As you can see here, I'm experimenting with an avatar that is not actually mine because I'm still learning the tricks of the trade around avatars and virtual reality. This one is from an application named Face that is pretty cool for face tracking. That is how it's able to move with me. And once my created avatar through Ready Player Me is ready, then I will be using that one to record videos. But this one I didn't want to be late to publish on time for your May predictions. So before we get into the readings, here's what I'm going to have you do first. Take a moment to breathe in and breathe out, so that you can pick intuitively with what you're feeling one of these 4 options, which are butterflies. And once you have decided, check out either the pinned comment or description of today's video to click on the timestamp of the butterfly that you picked, and the video will fast forward itself to your reading. For those of you that are new to my channel, hi, I'm Velvet Cat, and I share knowledge and inspiration through art and tarot to answer any questions you could be experiencing in your life, provide advice messages from the angels that are watching over us, motivation to follow your dreams, and all around empower you in love, career, health, mind, and soul. If you're completely new to tarot, or perhaps you might have heard of it before, I'd first like to start by saying that it is not what you might expect. In fact, I've come to learn that it is simply just a tool by which those of us that choose to use our innate spiritual gifts can do so to provide guidance, confirmation of your own intuitive gut feeling, and encouragement in your unique life path. Personally, I work with God, angels, and spirit guides, but my channel is welcoming to all spiritual beliefs. There is no judgment here. These are general readings divided into just a small group of options, so not everything will resonate. Take what is for you and leave the rest for others. But if the reading is not vibing with you at all, then you might have not picked intuitively. You can always come back and pick a different group. And the angels and guides that watch over us don't always want to provide all the answers because they want you to trust in your own life choices, and life is, of course, full of surprises. Hey there, pile 1. So before we get into your actual tarot prediction for May, we're going to look into some things that you already know are happening in your life so that you can confirm whether this is the right reading for you. You got the cards: 9 of Wands reversed, 5 of Swords, and 6 of Cups also reversed. And these give me a little bit of a feeling of fears that you could be facing, some changes in your life that are out of your comfort zone. That is why this girl here in the 5 of Swords is crying. And this could be translated into your family life or your friendship circle, because that's what the 6 of Cups represents. As you can see here, there are 2 girls handing over some flowers to each other. And the 6 of Cups does have to do with like your childhood, or how I said with friendships. And since it's reversed with what I'm saying about changing things up out of your comfort zone, perhaps this is something that you've been giving a lot of your time into, since the 9 of Wands does represent perseverance. And now that it's reversed, it's showing that this is coming to a close. Is there a friendship that perhaps you've been giving yourself to too much, that they took you for granted, that they perhaps weren't so great of friends for you? Since the 9 of Wands here has these skulls full of fire, you know, like your friends being dramatic or getting you into trouble or lying to you or pressuring you into things. And even though you didn't want this to end because you possibly felt some type of kinship with them, this looks like that's what's happening towards May, that you finally decide it's time to walk away. Or your friends could be the ones that leave, like let's say you are changing from place to place, you're leaving town, and so they say, oh, we can't be friends anymore or something like that. Or is how I said with related to family, maybe this is one of those moments where it's time to leave the nest. And for some of you, in a very tough way that is a little unfair. While for others of you, you're glad finally you leave the home, which has actually brought you a lot of stresses. So now let's look into your love life and your career finances. All right, interesting. So you got the Ace of Swords reversed, the Nine of Cups, and the Seven of Cups. And these cards talk about how actually you are feeling pretty joyful with your independence. I see that here. The Nine of Cups is definitely a feeling of abundance, of fulfillment, excitement, and also the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups is that you are looking at all your different options, whether in career or in love. And perhaps the time that you were giving to your friends was taking you away from meeting a good love, or the people you were surrounded by weren't so great for you, so they wouldn't even be good matches to be with anyways. So now that you're no longer at home with stress, with rules, or control, if anyone tried to control you in any form, or now that you're not giving time to those toxic friends, then you get to explore, you get to put yourself out there in the dating world. And as you are discovering yourself, you're really radiating in the month of May. Although there is a warning sign that some of you still need to be careful, because let's say you are leaving your nest and you're in college partying it up, which I see that here. This could lead to a lot of drinking, some drugs, making some mistakes you could regret in your future. That is calling that out here for you. To be careful with those energies. Not only with substance abuse, but also with overindulging in spending and in intimacy. And another story that I get from these cards is that some of you, no matter what age, whether you are starting in college or not, like this is way in the future, let's say you ended a relationship. That's what the Ace of Swords is about, being reversed here. Since swords are the element of communication and the Ace of Swords is that you speak forward with something, but when it is reversed, then it is showing that you are shutting things down, that you are ending something. So perhaps you ended a relationship that you noticed wasn't working for you. That's also what I was saying in the beginning of the reading about leaving something behind that had the dynamic of being comfortable, but also very stressful. And for May, it looks like in love, you'll be putting yourself out there, just enjoying your life with family and friends that do love you. Maybe also now that we're closer to summer, you could be going over to the beach or a pool, depending on where you are in the world, if it is hot enough for that fun. All right, now on to your career and finances. All right, so you got the cards, Four of Pentacles reversed, the Chariot reversed, and the Page of Pentacles. pages are like the babies of the court houses, meaning between page, knight, queen, and king. So you are definitely starting something new, whether it is in school or in a new job that you are uncomfortable with, that you haven't done before. Or if you're an entrepreneur, then you're studying up, getting to know things a little bit better about a new venture, about a new idea, and budgeting, figuring out your finances, figuring out what your plan consists of for your future. And whatever you're up to, it does look like you're taking things slow, you're not being impulsive. While for some of you, like I was saying, if this is completely new, then you're overwhelmed, but at the same time excited. I see that you're telling yourself at least you're not bored. So due to the fact that you have 2 Pentacles cards and the Chariot, I do sense your finances are in check for May. And now to complete your reading, let's get you some oracle advice for both aspects of your life. For your love life, the advice that we got here is dream a beautiful dream. Card number 19. And 19 adds up to a 10, which is a number 1. A 1 and a 10, a beginning and a completion. And so whatever you've completed, you are aligned with your path. This is part of your life experiences. And now that you're ready for new beginnings, now that you're making room for them, whatever you envision for your future in friendships, in family, in love, you can dream it. Perhaps you can spend some time scripting it, but if you don't actually know what you want, well, exploring the world will get you to know yourself. And exploring the world without distractions, without social media, without the world telling you how you should live. But at this very moment, the world, the universe, God is listening to you. And in your career, you got the card Sacred Fool, card number 40. Fours are the numbers of security. And this Sacred Fool card is like the Fool in the major arcana in tarot, which is about trying out all sorts of things, having a curious eye, not limiting yourself to what you already know. Be vulnerable rather than try to be perfect. Because oftentimes trying to be perfect at something new will block us from moving forward. But if we allow ourselves to try unconventional things or like mess up with clashing colors and creating blobs out of dough, things like that, then that's how we learn, through mistakes. Your guides want you to enjoy this time exploring, not to be stressed out, feeling like you need to know everything already. And that's the reading I got for you. If it resonated, let me know down in the comments below. I always love reading what people have to say. And I hope you also like this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss my videos every time I post. Thank you for watching. Hey there, group 2 that chose this beautiful butterfly. And before we get into your reading as to what you can expect this May in your life, we're going to look at some details of things that you already know are happening so that you can confirm whether this is the right pile for you. Alright, so you got the 5 of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, and the 5 of Cups reversed. So this is a really great energy to be in because it means that you are feeling empowered, that perhaps you could be an entrepreneur or you have a very stable, successful job, even if it's competitive. And in fact, with the 5 of Wands, there could be some competition you're dealing with And instead of seeing this as a burden or a problem, now you could be looking at it as more fun to try out new things, to stand out, to be unique, and to try out some new things to learn from others and about yourself because of this major challenge. See, the reason I'm saying that you're looking at this more empowered rather than angry at it is because of the Five of Cups being reversed. Since the Five of Cups tends to be an energy of like holding on to mistakes, holding on to stress, and being sad, being overwhelmed. So it being reversed shows that change, that shift of mindset. And the Queen of Pentacles, as you can see here, is looking like she is the leader, the queen of the forest, even the queen of the snakes, like she's taming this snake behind her. I mean, she doesn't look worried at all. And she's naked, so she's vulnerable. Some of you could also be the type to be in sports or be very active. And others of you, with whatever has happened in your entire life, that could be something to be sad about, since that's also what the Five of Cups represents. It's like sad memories. So anything you've experienced in life, it doesn't look like you're looking at it this month of May. Instead, you're focusing on what brings you joy. You're focusing on your money, on being active, exploring, adventurous, and fearless. So now let's look into your love life, and then we'll look into your finances and career. In love, you got the Ace of Swords, the Moon card reversed, and the Chariot card also reversed, which tells me, first of all, with the swords being the element of communication, and the aces being some type of new beginning, some type of new communication, perhaps you could be opening up to someone, but since we don't have any, well, the Moon is an emotional card, but we don't have any Cups cards. So since it is the intellectual swords element rather than a cup card, I sense that you're opening up, but perhaps with a little bit more of analysis and not necessarily emotions, or like maybe you don't actually know that you like someone, but you think you do. And that's also why the Moon card is being reversed. The Moon is the unknown. The Moon is secrets, it's uncertainty, it's worries and hiding things, it's mystery. And with it being reversed, it shows that whatever mystery there was, you're revealing it, even if you're not entirely sure how you feel. Or what you do open up with someone about is a little bit more of with explaining yourself. Like explaining your reasoning for acting a certain way, being honest about that. And since we do have the Chariot card reversed, then it shows that this might not entirely work for you, because love does need your heart, right? Like, we can't factualize everything. This doesn't mean that you shouldn't open up, because in fact, when you do leave people hanging for quite some time, when you're leaving people wondering about you, then it leaves them a bit of like discontent, of feeling like there wasn't any closure. But if you express your truth, then they can finally move on, or know that they weren't crazy. Or who knows what the future holds, because of the fact that you have two major arcana cards that both represent yin and yang energies, masculine and feminine. Because, for example, in the Moon card here, you see two towers with one black dog and one white dog. And then in the Chariot card, in the traditional card imagery, it does have two horses, one that is black and one that is white. It seems that it's important here for you to actually express yourself, to open up, no matter what happens. This is part of your path because it could lead to some type of epiphany or some type of breakthrough, new mindset, new understanding as you look at this experience from an outside point of view, a sense that is more enlightened. And if you're already in a relationship, then this is still something, there's an important communication, an important conversation that still needs to happen. So now let's look into your career and finances. You got Two of Cups reversed, the Judgment card, and Nine of Swords, which all tell me that perhaps there could be some type of partnership or a coworker or a boss that could be triggering you this month of May for some reason. Like they're even in your dreams or in your nightmares or in your thoughts just outside of work where you are irritated by them, or you have some type of stressful decision to make. For example, are you going to need to end a partnership, or are you going to need to tell your boss about a coworker that is being unjust, or to tell HR about your boss? This is your judgment call. And ignoring the situation is not going to fix it. I feel like this finance part was a little bit more straight to the point, so I'm going to leave it there. But now let's get you some final oracle advice for both of these aspects of your life. Whoa, okay, so this is trippy because I was getting a bit of a feeling between these two parts of your reading as interconnected, like your love life being connected with your career and your career being connected with your love life, or like your career being a distraction from work or your love being a distraction from career. And now here we've got these two cards in opposite sections, I feel. Because for example, the Power of Attraction card has this what looks like a couple in the image, and you also got the Two of Cups in your career finance. So it looks like perhaps there could be, for some of you even, some type of work-love situation. And how I said, this is getting in the way of your work. But this is just for some of you, so don't come at me saying like, I don't have anyone in my job that I'm into, or oh, the person that I'm seeing, I'm really into them. There's no problem there, don't come at me like that. It just seems like there is some tension at work for some reason with someone, if you've dated them. Or how I was saying on a general sense, if they are mistreating you and you need to tell someone about it. So I'll get back to the Power of Attraction card, but first let's also go into the love guidance. So you got the card Focus on the Light, which is card number 37. And in your love life, it looks like you do need to look deep in your heart, how I was saying, because having facts and thinking analytically, analyzing, dissecting everything in life is not serving you. You still need to be vulnerable. You still need to know yourself deep down and love yourself so that you can love others. And whether you do want love or not in your life, your angels, your guides, they still want you to dig deep into your heart. Because I do sense that you have a big heart with how it's talking about focusing on the light. This is the light from your heart. In fact, this card kind of reminds me of the Sun card, which has a baby on a horse and a sunflower. And the Sun card is about being playful, being joyful, not letting you go of your kid side, even looking at what your inner child wants. at what your inner child needs. This is some of the work that you seem to need to do. Some shadow work, some journaling, some healing for your inner child and for your inner wounds. We can't just oppress and avoid. Even if we think that it's working for us at this moment, at some point it's gonna come out. And this is relating to everyone, whether you are single or in a relationship. Because dimming our hearts, it means that we're basically just zombies. We're living, but we're walking around like we're dead. And if you'd rather not do this healing on your own at home in a solace, then perhaps when you do go on adventures, then that's where you can do it. Have like 3 minutes, 5 minutes. Take a journal with you everywhere that you go so that you can write when you get moments of peace and quiet, but out in nature or in a nice cozy place that you like visiting. And back to your career finance guidance, the card of power of attraction. This one does also show that for your career to succeed even more, you need to remember that everything you've achieved, you've manifested it yourself. You did this all by yourself. You have the power to achieve what you've achieved, and therefore you have the power to achieve even more, but without sacrificing connections and without sacrificing yourself. If you want a different career lifestyle, then you need to believe it. Start from within and then get out and give it your best. Which, by the way, for some of you, I do sense that with this power of attraction card specifically, having plants and bees and how they're holding each other tight, like how I was talking about with not ignoring connections. Perhaps you might actually be someone that wants to contribute something to the world, something to nature, something that helps others or the environment or a community. And one way you can start contributing is, rather than trying to start this all up on your own, you can join others that have already done it to get that experience and those connections. And that's the reading I got for you. If it resonated, let me know down in the comments below. I always love reading what people have to say. And I hope you also like this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss my videos every time I post. Thank you for watching. Hey there, group 3 that chose this beautiful butterfly. Before we get into your reading for what you can expect in May, we're going to start with what are some things that you already know you're up to so that we can confirm whether this is the right pile for you. You got the cards 3 of Swords, 4 of Swords reversed, and 4 of Pentacles. And this tells me that there's something you could have been recently hurt by, for example, because of the fact that the 3 of Swords is the card of heartbreaks, traumas, pains. And since in this image it has a shadow of a person, then the woman with wings being hurt, being cut, maybe this happened out of nowhere and it was someone that pretended to be something, but then they turned out to be something else. And if it's not a person, this could also relate to a job that didn't work out and that's causing you stress. Or it could also be certain nightmares that are causing you to remember traumatic events in your childhood. I see with the 4 of Swords being reversed, since this is the card of isolation and rest, that you're not allowing that into your life. Maybe you're constantly out and about, constantly doing things, constantly out with friends. You don't want a break so that you don't have to think, you don't have to feel. And even though you're out and about, I feel like with the 4 of Pentacles holding herself, hiding in the vulture, that you're holding tight to your emotions and you're not letting others know about this. You're not letting anyone in. Honey, why are you doing this to yourself? With how you have these two cards of wings, I sense that your spirit guides want to protect you, and they are. And your angels, same thing there. They're constantly trying to protect you because they love you so much, but how you're just holding back and you're not letting others in. Then this is also reflected in your spiritual field because your angels and guides can only protect you so much. Oh, and also for others of you, you could be the type that overworks, but you don't let people know that you're tired. You want everyone to think that you're okay. Maybe you don't want to burden others with your problems. And financially, with whatever stresses you could be dealing with, you're also holding your funds tight. So the energy for you feels pretty heavy. But now let's look into your love life. See, once again, you got the Four of Pentacles reversed. Oh, this time it's reversed. And along with that, you got the Universe card, which is the World card, also reversed, and the Queen of Wands also reversed. So all your cards are currently reversed. And what I see from this is that you're not feeling up to par with a lot of things, even though you're constantly trying so hard. Your energy is pretty low with the Queen of Wands being reversed. For some of you being burnout. And the Universe, the World card being reversed is showing how you're keeping people away due to your fears, due to your self-worth issues. Maybe some of you actually got tired of the dating world. For those of you that are single, you closed the doors completely. And since the Four of Pentacles is about holding back, maybe you're reacting to certain people. But the thing is that with how we have all three cards reversed, anytime I get all cards reversed, I always take the reading as two paths, one that you choose. You would choose to continue this stress, this overwhelm, this low energy, and isolating yourself, or you can choose to turn the cards right side up. And look at yourself with fresh eyes. Look at yourself as this Queen of Wands that is fiery, creative, passionate, that has a lot of ideas, that wants to even help others. Since in this particular image, it looks like she's defending the cheetah from these fires. And so you can choose to keep exploring the world, being curious, talking to different people, not expecting anything from them. While also with this Four of Pentacles, how I was saying about holding something close to your heart, this could mean that you are dating, for those of you that are single, but you're not being intimate. You're leaving that for later. For now, you're getting to know people, getting to know their truths, and getting to know yourself. While for those of you that are in a relationship, maybe you ask your partner to go exploring with you, to try out some new things. Maybe you also plan some zesty things in the bedroom. And you could be building on up a vision for your future in love. Whether it is to have your dream person or to renovate your partnership, your relationship, with a little bit of courage to love and a little bit of self-love to receive. Now on to what you can expect in May in your career and finances. Interesting. So you got the cards Wheel of Fortune, King of Cups reversed, and Queen of Wands also reversed. Oh, sorry, Queen of Pentacles. So this tells me that there are a lot of changes that could be happening in your career this May. particularly because perhaps you haven't been at your best financially since the Queen of Pentacles is reversed, but things are finally turning towards fortune, towards abundance, and not like riches, not everyone is going to get rich, but meaning they're turning around because of the Wheel of Fate. That is such a positive card to get. You might not see the changes just yet because we do still have the Queen reversed. And you might even be tested by someone in your circle, whether that means your friends, your family, your employer, because of how we have this King of Cups reversed. This is someone that is not emotionally stable, or like they could repress. So it could be one of two ways. They could repress or they could lash out. And if they repress, they're building up and then they explode. If they're lash out, they're always reacting to everyone, causing chaos. And this could be triggering for you, which is why you might be so stressed out you aren't doing your best at work, or you could be even losing faith in this new cycle that I'm talking about. Some of you might actually turn your fate around by quitting this unstable job or overwhelming environment. But whatever you do in May involving career, you do still need to listen to your intuition, pay attention to signs, because I feel like you're going to be receiving a lot of signs, a lot of synchronicities and messages with how we have the angels in this Wheel of Fortune card. You might even be someone that is highly intuitive and spiritual because of how it has the third eye symbol all over. But whether you are or are not connected spiritually, you do still need time for yourself, time for breaks, time for healing, time to think clearly about what next steps you need to take. You can't rush the process here. I know nobody likes to hear that their life is in accordance to divine timing, but divine timing means that whatever you wish to manifest is actually going to be greater than that, more than you can imagine. So wouldn't you say that's worth waiting for? Now to complete your reading, let's get you some oracle messages for both of these parts of your life. Alright, for your love life, we got the advice here. Beyond the mind, the heart beats, card number 21. And 21 adds up to a number 3, which is the number of community and friendships, social life. Perhaps you need to get yourself out there, but in the way that works for you, because you don't need to socialize in a way that is not fun for you and it just stresses you out even more and it takes away your energy. You don't need to socialize like that. You can socialize in other ways, like joining a book club or using VR like me or other ways, social media, but be careful with that as well because that can cause depression and anxiety. Everything that we do in life, we always want to do it purposefully, be aware of our actions, and that's how it benefits us. I actually love how both of these oracle cards have these ideas of exploration, with the Beyond the Mind card showing her closing her eyes and exploring through her third eye or through the astral realm, and the Shock of the New card showing music and art and makeup and science and plants. So you do need to get out there somehow into nature or into doing different activities, not just always being indoors. And this specific Beyond the Mind card being here in your love life could be reflecting that you, for those of you that are single, are actually already meeting your person if you want to be in a relationship, because not everyone does. So if you do, you're already meeting your person in your dreams, and they're already in your energy field. But if you don't know what type of relationship you would like, or if you would even like to be in one, then it's time to tune in to get to know yourself and let yourself dream by letting yourself feel. because you don't need to have the same relationship dynamic as society deems is a beautiful relationship or one of those relationship goals. And if you don't want a relationship, then I do sense here that you're connecting with the universe on a whole other level. You're connecting with humanity energetically and getting to know yourself deeper than what you are. Really transcendent power here. Then in career and finances, having the shock of the new card as your guidance shows that you're being encouraged to have hobbies outside of work so that you have other means of zoning out rather than through just going on social media or binge watching Netflix. And to keep your brain buzzing as you're learning new things. This could also be advice that all your unique talents can be merged together in unique ways. Of course, you don't have to try doing 10 different goals in the month of May, but you can possibly figure out how to combine them for 1 or 2 paths. And then you can try out one path and then another path next year, or 10 years for one path and then 10 years for another path. Sit yourself down to really get your ideas out, written and organized. And don't be afraid to be as wild as you want to be. Express yourself. That's what makes you stand out at work or other means, even at school. And that's the reading I got for you. If it resonated, let me know down in the comments. I always love reading what people have to say. And I hope you also like this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss my videos every time I post. Thank you for watching. Hey there, group 4 with this beautiful butterfly. And before we get into what you can expect in your life this May, we're going to start with looking into your current energy and perhaps some things that you already know you're up to. So while I was shuffling, I felt like I wanted orange juice, and now I need to go buy some because I don't think we have any. And your cards are the Tower reversed, the Five of Wands, and the High Priestess also reversed. This shows me that whatever major event came crashing down, you stood up above others, or that's what you're trying to do, because the energy here is very competitive, a little bit argumentative. You seem to be like struggling for air, which is not such a positive energy. But the good thing is that the Tower card is reversed, showing that already happened. Now from here, the High Priestess being reversed is showing that perhaps even though it already happened, you might be fighting it. And all you'll need to do is tune in to your High Priestess self, which is your intuitive side, digging into your heart, opening your third eye, opening your mindset, shifting your perspective around the situation. And you will be able to transform your life rather than being taken down by whatever the situation is that happened. There's also an interesting sense of teamwork, of support, because of how in the Five of Wands, every person is smiling and laughing. They're not fighting. They're not actually fighting, meaning that the people around you could be trying to help you through this. Or the people that are going through this with you are trying to figure things out. Everyone is working together. You're being optimist because ultimately everyone seems to know that life keeps going. Maybe whatever happened really needed to happen, because in this specific Tower card, it looks like the story of Rapunzel. Rapunzel jumped out with her prince. There was a fire. They really needed to get out rather than staying stuck in that tower. So whatever has happened, it was bubbling up for some time. Maybe there were things you were ignoring or the people around you were ignoring. And another unfortunate message that I do get here is that perhaps a group of you have been treated unjustly. Maybe they're like, I'm getting this vision of people fighting, as in taking a stand for something, creating a union, having a protest because something has been happening unjustly and secretly. And even though it is pretty unfortunate, I still see strength between everyone. Rebellions often open space for change. So now let's look into your love life and what you can expect. Wow, so interesting that I was talking about this injustice happening and people standing up, making a stand. Here, the Ten of Wands says oppression. And since this is in your love section, perhaps this could mean that actually while you are in this rebellion or while people are uniting for something, you could meet someone there. This is a love reading, and this is a person that could have that King of Pentacles energy, meaning they could actually be the leader of this union, the leader of this rebellion, of this community. They catch your eye, you catch their eye, and from there something happens. Since the Six of Swords is movement, like maybe they asked you to take you out, and while you are pretty stressed with a lot of situations in life or in work because of how this Ten of Wands is holding a bunch of wands, and the Ten of Wands does tend to reflect overworking or being tired with a lot of responsibilities. So this person takes you out from that in their nice fancy car. That's what I'm seeing here with the Six of Swords. It's making me think of luxury cars and races. And this is the King of Pentacles. Oh my goodness, if this actually happens to any of you, let me know. This is really trippy. But yeah, they don't have to even be fancy or rich. Maybe they're just taking you out into exploring, like with how that card does say science on it. So this could be that you guys go exploring, like maybe you go to cooking classes or you go to some seminars, conventions where there's technology, where there's experimentation, or even if this rebellion that I was talking about or this volunteering community has to do with helping people, like being around doctors and nurses, being around people that need therapy, some type of healing. But if this isn't a person that you meet, like let's say you're already married or you don't want a relationship. Okay, first married. So if you're married, then perhaps you and your person decide to contribute your funds to something, and that is why we have the King of Pentacles. Contribute to oppressed communities or to heal others or contribute to science, or you could even be starting something together, like a new camp for kids where you educate them with new technology or new healing methods. And now on to those that don't want a relationship, then this could just be that your work is more important right now, that a lot of people need you. There are quite a lot of paths and stories here. It's getting a little overwhelming. So I hope you're able to translate my messages into your story, since this is a general reading. And now on to your career reading. Wow, you got the Ten of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Eight of Wands. All of these cards definitely show action in your career and finances. They show stability, security. They show a new type of funding, whether it is towards you because of this community or towards others that you contribute to. I definitely feel a strong energy from both love and career that there's movement forward because of how in love you have the Six of Swords and in career you have the Eight of Wands. Both of these are representing trips and travel and also representing how I was saying movement, like your relationship will go up another level. It's strengthening with being together. You guys are bonding. You guys are getting to know each other, or in dating as well. Or if you're single, then you're getting to know yourself more. You're loving yourself more. And in career, changes are leveling up. Like for some, figuring out your purpose. Or how I was saying earlier in your love part of the reading, that those of you that are married and you start something with your partner, then that's what this is showing here in your finances. You're investing in this new venture, new business idea. Or those of you that are actually the King of Pentacles, whether male or female, not with a partner, then you still choose to invest in something that you deeply believe in. But on another side note, the Ace of Pentacles could just be referring to that perhaps you have your stable job, but on the side you're taking additional gigs. Oh, and another way that the Ten of Pentacles could be reflected with the Ace of Pentacles is that perhaps you buy a new house or you finally move in, since we do have the Eight of Wands travel card. You move into a new place and submit your deposit. Some of you, in fact, could even be investing in real estate. All right, so now to complete your reading, let's get you some oracle guidance for both of these aspects in your life. Wow, so in your love life, for those of you that are single, this receiving card is confirming how love is in the air. Like how I was saying about receiving gifts, being taken out. And if you're not single, this could also be happening in your relationship where your person surprises you with something. There's actually a very powerful energy that I'm getting from this card that is not just about May, and it is not just about this year. It goes all the way back to many, many years where you have been someone, I sense this feeling here, that you have been someone that is very kind and giving towards others. And now you are going to start receiving back not only love, but also monetary returns of investment and a ton of other miracles. And with your career and finance guidance, you got the card Against the Grain with the number 4. The 4s are the numbers of security. It's confirming how you are, you have a lot to be grateful for in your life. And there is nothing to worry about. Of course, we can always be prepared. We don't want to stay stagnant. We don't want to think that life is going to stay perfect. But you don't need to overstress, overthink, overworry that you'll lose anything. And this Against the Grain card is touching on what I was saying about contributing your skills, your money towards something that helps your community. Something different that you haven't done before. That could even be scary. That could be out of your comfort zone with how this woman is naked and skinny dipping. Listen to where your heart leads you, your guides. Your guides are also there for you. They are watching over you and they are sending you signs. And they're going to be helping you along the way with whatever ventures you choose to do. So that's the reading I got for you. If it resonated, let me know down in the comments below. I always love reading what people have to say. And I hope you also like this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss my videos every time I post. Thank you for watching.